That's how we're going to break this down today. However, I think I made a mistake. I probably shouldn't have put it as 1, 2, 3, 4 because we're going to address that holistically. It's part of the system, okay? So for me to tell you that these are kind of their independent issues is not true. They're going to kind of come together like an interstate. Tell me a sheet. All right. So, number 1, systematically though, defining our goals. So, who has some discernible goals that they're strong enough to share in front of this room of strangers? Who has goals? Who has goals? Why did y'all sign up for this 10-week? Yeah. Yes.
I think we all should have goals. Well, I didn't actually figure out how to sign up for training, and I came into this just as an impetus to get more people to, like, be out here at the gym and just be accountable to show up for that person. I just want to be a healthier me. So was that all around? I don't need to detail all those stuff, but.
No, and so this is someone I'm actually working with, so I kind of know the details, so that's fine. Do you have your hand going up? What were you going to say?
I had to start shopping for wedding dresses.
There we go. When's the date?
Next August, but we have to start shopping dresses.
Yeah. Well, we'll start working out there too, right? Okay. Anybody else? Hand over here.
I have specific goals to drop weight and drop.
Drop weight, is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm here.
We need to get that chair some goals too. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Drop weight.
Yes.
Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
Get my muscles back after the
Chemo and yeah, no. Back in the back.
Increase endurance.
Increase endurance. For what?
For exercising, I just get winded really fast.
Got to get in there longer and harder and see. Okay. The rest of you, I'm sure you have goals. Maybe they're not as clear quite yet, or we don't want to share them in front of everybody. The important thing is that they're yours. That they're your goals. If they're not your goals, if they're someone from work, your friend, society, like your trainer, it can't be our goal. If that's why we have the John Lennon quote there, okay? If you don't know which way you're facing, you don't know where you're going. You don't know what the challenges are going to be, okay? Billy Blank, talking just right before coming in, brought up a really good point. If I don't know what the challenges are going to be, how can I expect to tackle them? How can I get over it? And that kind of goes hand in hand with not knowing if it's my goal. It's what a magazine told me. Am I doing a workout a magazine told me? Yeah, that's great, but they sell advertising. So that's their goal, great. But are these for me? Yeah, I'm under chemo. Like yours are probably clearly delineated, right? And that's fine if you don't have clearly delineated goals quite yet. Life is fluid, I'm going to say that a lot. So your goals are going to change. That's part of being human. That's part of the human element. But make sure they're your goals so you know what you're going to embark and how to get over it, okay? That's just truth, okay? It's about self-awareness. If you know self, that's why that's underlined. If you know self, you're probably an honest person, okay? Which means we can kind of ask a little more of ourselves within a workout. We can ask a little more of ourselves when we're at home. We have some self-work there. We're not going to self-sabotage or anymore, okay? We're going to clearly delineate these goals. We're going to know what set us back before, okay? Can I seal the sense mind, please? Can I seal the sense mind? Okay. Mr. Blank and I were talking about a sense mind. Your mind we see, we feel, we taste, we smell, we touch. So we should know that those are the things that are going to bring us down too, okay? They're really clearly defined, okay? And even though they can be easily recognizable, if you're not honest and true with yourself up here, it's a lost cause, okay? It's an issue that already needed. Let's move on. Under that point, we have muscle size, we have definition, we have the word agility, we have corrective stretching, mental clarity, rest. We have a lot of things there, okay? They're all important, okay? Some people might need to prioritize one ahead of the other. Are there some things on this list that you guys have a question mark forming over your head about? Do we have any questions about that? Surely some of this is vague enough you don't know what I'm saying, right? Anybody? Okay, I'll pretend. Okay, muscle size. My goal is in here. If I'm a bodybuilder, and I'm not, A lot of respect for those who are, but I'm not. I don't think I can handle it. A lot of discipline, man. You look like you wake up and chase the chicken that you then kill to eat later that day. Not my style, but that's fine. If that's your goal, you need to know what's going to pull you back, what's going to set you up for success, okay? I'm not going to speak just in kind of vague, like life coach stuff. In the gym, okay, that's relatively short sets. That's big weight. That's a lot of rest time, okay? A rest in between sets. We're talking minutes now at this point, instead of seconds, okay? So if that's your goal, talk to us, consult somebody. That's why we're here. If your goal's definition, it's quite the opposite, right? Okay, we're talking break time, we're talking seconds, not minutes now. We're talking high rep count, okay? We're probably talking multi-joint exercises. I'll get to that here in a minute. Where we're working our whole body at once as opposed to just kind of isolating the shoulders for 8 to 10 reps, right? Agility? Shoot, agility might just take us out of the weight room altogether. But does that make it any less important? I don't think so. Okay, agility, corrective stretching, those can kind of go hand in hand. We all have muscular imbalances, skeletal imbalances. Makes no sense for me to go in there and do a push press or power clean if what's really ailing me is, okay, I know that I'm right side dominant, everything leans over here, this hip's going to tilt down like that, and if I have sharp acute pain in my hip, where most of our imbalances are manifested physically, it goes down to my knee. Last thing I probably need to do is to come to my ego and go lift a bunch of weight when I know I'm just kind of grinding myself into smithereens for no purpose, okay, unless that's my goal. If that's my goal, then I need to really look myself in the mirror and say, why am I hurting myself so much? Surely I have friends. Agility, corrective stretching, mental clarity. Mental clarity. We're kind of talking about this too. We're kind of back into this topic too. I mean, we go out there and we kind of move around, we look in front of the mirror, we get that pump for 20 minutes and we feel good. Were we mentally focused and honing in on that workout, or were we just sort of doing the surface, the external? Your brain uses about, 10% of its total capacity at any time, right? That's why most of the classes in high school and college are usually 45, 55 minutes. Frankly, it's why I'm not going to work out more than 45, 55 minutes. I'm done. I want to go home. If we're tapping into that max 10%, great. If you can go beyond that, okay, you're going to hit a mind-muscle connection. This is real. This exists. Okay, where we can focus in on joints, on muscles. I do zone exercises. I do chakra exercises with clients. I don't like to call them chakra exercises because that's when I lose people. So we'll call them zone exercises. Okay, but case in point is I have clients. He's telling me, we'll use me. Okay, I have real tight neck, shoulder, upper back. It's a problem. Okay, I'll sweat a lot. I enjoy it, and then I get taxed, and this rips up. It makes no sense for me to come in here and do a bunch of overhead presses, or I can just talk myself into sucking up the pain, go swim again tomorrow. No, man. Okay? Mental clarity and kind of knowing self goes hand in hand with I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do some preventative exercise. Okay? So, for example, I'm going to get down here on the stage block and give you actual personal triage. This is something I live by because my shoulders are going to break apart at some point. I'll have to designate 4 or 5 minutes, maybe every other day, to these shoulder blocks, okay? And it's really simple. I'll get in a dark room. I'll try to go as long as I can. Great big old diameter. Nice and slow, probably slower than I would do it right now in front of a room full of people. Okay, I'm inhaling as much as I can at the top, long spine, as much gap between each vertebrae. Breathe out, put the way down. Inhale, because I need to be long and angular, okay? I need to work through those clicks in my shoulder. Not going to happen if I'm just contracting, which, unfortunately, is a byproduct of working here. I have a weight room at my disposal, so sometimes ego wins. I go in there, become the ego, and I'm hurt for another week. To listen to myself. Know self. Okay, know who you are. What are your goals? Your goal is to feel better. Your goal is to satisfy your ego for half an hour. Okay. Everyone can't be all these all the time. Again, life is fluid. These are going to, it's like a carnival game. It's like the game where I move the marble in the cups, okay? This is going to change a little bit, shift. Don't be discouraged. It's part of human element. Things change, and you adapt to it. Okay? It's not about what happens to you, it's about how you adapt to it, how you react to it.